What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to take a look at my final battles, or my final 2 days basically, of the Halloween Cup as it ends today. I know I said yesterday, in yesterday's video on Alolan Marowak, that it ended yesterday, and that's just from past experience, right? Leagues always rotated on Monday, but it actually rotates today on Tuesday. So if you're watching this video live or just after I launched it, basically you have a few more hours to play in the Halloween Cup if you guys choose to do so. If not, if you guys wait till 1 p.m. PDT, you guys will be able to then go back to all leagues. But today we're going to take a look at the team that climbed me up to the 2900s. We got up to 2917 with this team. Gained over 200 rating basically in 2 days, which is really awesome. Went 34, 14, and 2 with this team. It's absolutely incredible, and I really wish I ran it a lot sooner. And we're bringing Azumarill on the lead. I know you guys are gonna be like, he's running Azumarill. I get it, right? But Azumarill's really good. And we're also bringing Wormadam Trash, or Trash Cloak. There are 3 different types of Wormadam. This is the pink one, or Trash is how it's termed. And we're also running Crustle. Now, Crustle, I have been preaching since day 1. Crustle is freaking amazing. I love it, and it's so strong. It definitely contributed to all the positive sets and elo gain that I had here in the Halloween Cup. All right, moving into the first battle here. Let's take a look at this. We're going to see a few battles, right? I can't show you guys all 50 battles, obviously, but we have Azumarill on the lead versus Tentacruel. Terrible, terrible matchup, but what's great is we can safe swap into that Crustle. So we're going to go ahead and go into Crustle right here, and they bring out a Shadow Tyranitar. This is a red alert for me right away. This tells me they have Tentacruel, Crustle, and Shadow Tyranitar. It's a very common team having double Smackdown in the back, so I'm going to have to rely on Wormadam Trash to actually close this game out for me. And what's great with Crustle on the safe swap right there is we can do super effective damage with that X Scissor, so we're able to get a shield, and we're going to bring back in the Azumarill right here. Now, we can't shield this Stone Edge. It's going to hurt, I know it, but we cannot shield. Like I said, just predicting what they actually have based on a common team comp you guys may have seen in the Halloween Cup, we have to fully invest in Wormadam Trash to take this game for us. Now, the Tentacruel is going to be coming back in. Fully expect that. I'm going to build up some extra energy and wait for that swap button to come in, and now I'm going to swap to the Wormadam Trash and start getting a hit on energy. Now, charge move was a bit quick, cannot be a Hydro Pump, so this is going to be Acid Spray. We can't shield it, but this definitely doesn't help us out as their Crustle is going to be coming in, and that Smackdown is doing so much damage. And this is why getting that shield early was so important with our own Crustle, so that we can go for basically 2 Iron Heads right here. Now, hopefully we can get to it in time, but we are going to have to invest double shields if need be, so we're going to obviously shield this one. We cannot have Azumarill take out the Tentacruel because it's pretty dang low, right? You guys can see the health right there. We're able to get to another Iron Head right here. This is super effective damage in the matchup. It's going to take out the Crustle, but what I'm worried about is the Acid Spray I already have on me. So what we're going to have to do is I'm spamming the switch button, and we time it perfectly to soak the Acid Spray, but I actually decide to shield right here. Reason being, I have a Play Rough ready to go, and I need any extra chip damage that I can get because Wormadam Trash is so low, and it's going to be a race to the charge move right here. So hopefully we can get to a charge move in time. That Iron Head, we're very, very close, and we do get to the Iron Head, very, very close to being taken out right there. But GG's, well played to my opponent. This should be enough damage to take it out, and it is. So good game right there. That was definitely a tough one, but that is just due to me knowing their backline because of a common team comp being run and knowing that Wormadam Trash has to win that game for me. So we have Azumarill versus Galvantula on the lead. Terrible matchup again. You got to get out of there right away. We're going to go into our Crustle, start getting a hit on energy, chunking health, and they decide to stay in as well. So we're going to go ahead and invest a shield right here. Do not want Lunge or Discharge to hit me. It is going to be Lunge, which is fine, but we're able to chunk a lot of health, and we're going to see a Zweilios now come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go for X Scissor. It does super effective damage in this matchup. We can spam it. On top of that, Smackdowns are going to be doing a lot of neutral damage as well. But sadly, our attack was lower. That would have done a lot more if we didn't get hit with a Lunge. Charge move now coming through. This was too quick to be a Dark Pulse, so we're going to go ahead and let it go through, and it is a Body Slam, which is resisted, which is really, really nice. So now what we're looking to do is get the final shield right here or flip the matchup, both of which I think are a positive for us. So we do get a shield, which is fine by me. I can start chunking down right here, and then we're going to bring in the Azumarill and completely farm down and get as much energy as we possibly can. We're going to let the switch clock go down as well. So Azumarill's now going to come back in. We're going to farm down. We're going to let him hit us with all the Body Slams that they want. I do not care. I have to save that shield for Galvantula or potentially whatever's in the back. So we're going to go ahead and just commit to the farm down, get as much energy as we can. They sadly get off another body slam, which I think is very crucial in this game. If we're able to get that last bubble in, we'd be in a much better position, having basically 50% HP, but now we're very, very low. So it's a one shield to one shield. We're going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam right here. This is going to be threatening the health and shields here on the Galvantula, so hopefully we can swap into Wormadam Trash and get ahead on energy, and hopefully they don't have an Alolan Marowak in the back. They don't. They have a Drifblim. So we're going to be going for this Iron Head. Hopefully we can chunk enough health. Confusion is doing quite a bit of damage, and this was a bit quick, so I'm thinking this is going to be Icy Wind. We're going to go ahead and let it go through. And that's really tough because I needed that Iron Head before we got hit with an Icy Wind. Icy Wind lowers our own attack, which means we're not going to be doing as much damage as we potentially could. And as you guys are going to see, this is going to come down to the wire right here. So I decide to not shield right here. Charge move now coming through. It could be Shadow Ball, but I decide to not shield and let it go, because what I'm thinking is if I come in with a Azumarill and hopefully I can get to an Iron Head, I could not get to an Iron Head right here. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to commit to the farm down. I know the charge move now is going to be coming through. We have to shield it. Even if it's an Icy Wind, we have to shield. And hopefully I can farm down and go for an Ice Beam. They swap out right away, so we're going to go ahead and go for an Ice Beam. And sadly, that Volt Switch got through, which did quite a bit of super effective damage to us. And now it's going to be a race, Bubble to Hex right here. A bit of lag as well, and we both take each other out at the same time. So good game to my opponent right there, and let's go ahead and move into the next battle. All right. Yeah, this team was a lot of fun. This team is bulky, it has coverage, there's a lot of safety to it, but I will say a lot of my losses, or a vast majority, came with Alolan Marowaks hidden in the back, which we will see today. So we have Beedrill on the lead, terrible matchup, got to go into that Crustle. What's great about Beedrill leads is we have double coverage for it in the back, right? We have Wormadam Trash and we have Crustle. So now Crustle as well in this matchup can go for that super effective damage with that X-Scissor. It does quite a bit as well. And since our attack wasn't lowered like before with the Galvantula, we're going to be getting shields and pressuring so much health here from the Zweilous. So charge move now coming through. I'm going to go ahead and shield. I don't want it to be a Dark Pulse and take me out. I want to try to get a second shield from them or flip the matchup right here. So we're going to be able to get to another one. No charge move now coming through. It's too quick, right? It's going to be another Body Slam right there, which is completely fine by me. Going to let it go because I want to get shield advantage now. So I'm going to go ahead and go for this X-Scissor. It's going to be enough to take out the Zweilous if they decide not to shield. If we get two shields, again, we're going to do the same thing. We come in with the Azumarill, farm down, and now the Beedrill will be unshielded for our Azumarill to have quite a bit of energy as well. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that Azumarill. We're going to commit to the farm down. Body Slam now coming through. Again, no need to shield right here. It's not like it has access to poison type moves or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and let that go. They do decide to switch into Quillfish, however, which is beautiful. Wormadam now, because of the poison typing both on Quillfish and Beedrill, we're going to be doing massive super effective damage with that Confusion. And I believe I'm going to go ahead and let this Aqua Tail go through. Does quite a bit of neutral damage, but I think we can commit to the farm down right here. But I'm actually going to go ahead and go for the Iron Head, actually. I didn't want them to get to another Aqua Tail in time because that Water Gun damage just really adds up. And our Beedrill is going to be doing resisted damage to our Wormadam because we are a Steel typing right here. So I fully expect the Beedrill to come back in. And we're just going to try our best to absolutely chunk this Beedrill. Again, having double poison typings with a Wormadam on our team is so solid because Confusion damage just does so much. We let it go through. It's an X-Scissor. And then hopefully we can get to the Iron Head in time, which we can. This does quite a bit of neutral damage and hopefully enough to take it out. But we still have our Azumarill. We still have a shield. I'm feeling very, very comfortable right here. So we are able to chunk it and take it out. And now Azumarill with a bit of health versus the Zweilous, and we should be able to finish off with just one fast move, and that's going to be a good battle. So again, that's where Wormadam Trash really comes in handy, is when battlers are running poison types, which a lot of them are because of Azumarill, we can really handle that backline. All right, let's move into the next battle here. Face off against a lot of rank 10s as well, which is really awesome to see. Huge congrats to all of them for making it. So we have Azumarill on the lead versus Haunter. Not a really good matchup right here. So what I'm going to look to do is swap into Crustle, I believe, on this swap. Yeah, I swap into Crustle. I'm trying to catch the Sludge Bomb, but they decide to swap out as well. But we chunked a lot of health right there. What's great about Crustle on the safe swap here is even when you face off against Azumarill, Tentacruel, Quillfish, you can do a lot of neutral damage with Smackdown and Rock Slide. As you guys can see, that's an Azumarill, and this is what Crustle does to Azumarill. So hopefully I can get to an X-Scissor right here. I cannot, sadly. actually. So I believe I'm going to go ahead and let this go through. That's quite a bit of health right there for my own Azumarill to come in and farm, because what you have to do against Haunters is you got to apply a lot of pressure with your charge moves, so that's why I need quite a bit of energy. Plus we still have Wormadam, which is again going to be doing super effective damage because of that poison typing on that Haunter. We're going to go ahead and let the charge move come through. If it's play rough, so be it. It's going to do neutral damage, but not enough for me to warrant a shield. Again, I want to overcharge on energy right here, so we're going to go for our play rough. Now I'm capped at energy. I can't do any more bubbles. Play rough is going to be enough damage to take it out, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to swap right away into the Wormadam. Now, sadly, I couldn't swap, so what we're going to try to do is now I have to get a shield for my opponent. It is a Sludge Bomb, which is great, so I'm going to go for an Ice Beam now. This is, again, going to be getting a shield for my opponent unless they have something crazy in the back and they just let this go through, but most likely they're going to shield, which they do, and now I swap into Wormadam, start chunking health right here, and I know that it ran Sludge Bomb, which means this was a bit quick, so it's probably a Shadow Punch. It's not going to do as much damage as maybe a Shadow Ball would. Now they have a Crustle in the back, so this is a really dangerous situation right here. We are going to be getting the final shield here from Crustle, which is great, but I have to decide whether I invest my shield in Azumarill or Wormadam, because I know I can get to another Iron Head in time, but I'm not sure how much energy they will be able to get off, because I think they could get off potentially 2 X Scissors right here. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to let this go through. I'm going to let them waste their energy. We're going to come in with the Azumarill, which has a decent amount of health, and as long as I shield right here, we should be able to take that out that Haunter, right? The Haunter used all of its energy on our Wormadam, so we should be able to farm down and just use an Ice Beam on the Haunter. So thankfully, we can take it out in time. Azumarill is set up now against an unshielded Haunter, and we can just go for Ice Beam, and that is going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Okay, moving into the next battle here. We're up against Lord Sal, so shout out to them. Really tough battle. I faced off against this battler quite a bit, actually, on my journey here towards rank 10, and they have a Zweilos on the lead, which is pretty good for us, but I'm confused why they're staying in, which kind of throws me off, and we're going to see why in this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up some extra energy. They're deciding to stay in. I was anticipating a swap trying to catch my charge move. These are just going to be body slams, which is fine. Now that they're staying in, this is where I should have made some different decisions. Firstly, he's staying in, or this battler is staying in, which means I should probably be going for Ice Beams. Play Rough does double super effective and is a bit more energy. I should just go straight for Ice Beams, right? That's mistake number 1 that I had in this game. Again, they're just staying in, so we're going to go ahead and let the body slam go through. I'm perfectly fine with this. I love double shields in the back, so we're now going to go for Ice Beam. This is where some extra energy would really help out, because I'd be able to get to a 3rd Ice Beam in time if I invest 1 shield in this matchup. So as you guys can see, they're going to get to another body slam right here, and I decide to let it go through. I decide, all right, I got 2 shields. I think I could be okay. And we're going to bring in that Crustle right here and look to farm down. Now, I should have made another mistake right here. I should just completely farm down right here. I'm going to go ahead and shield the potential Dark Pulse, right? Body Slam is resisted, but Dark Pulse does a lot of neutral damage. It's just a Body Slam, and now I need to commit to the farm down, and I think I do. Okay, I do actually, which is pretty good. Okay, that was a different battle I was thinking of. And now we're going to see what they have in the back. So what we're going to see come in is going to be a Skuntank. Okay, so I'm going for Rock Slide right now. Does a lot of neutral damage in the matchup. And this is where I made a mistake. So this was mistake number 2. Mistake number 1 was not going for Ice Beams. Mistake number 2 was throwing the X Scissor right here. Shouldn't have done that. I should have just completely farmed down and had charge moves ready to go for the back line, because you guys are going to see it's my Spirit Pokemon, Alolan Marowak, and I cannot get to the Rock Slide in time, and you guys know this is a sealed fate. I have Wormadam Trash, which does absolutely nothing to an Alolan Marowak, and this is with my 14 losses. I would probably say about 8 of them were from Alolan Marowaks hidden in the back, just because of how the game plays out. If they have a Alolan Marowak hidden in the back, Wormadam Trash can't do anything to it. It's still going to be very, very close right here. Another charge move coming through. I'm hoping this is just going to be another Bone Club, because I could get to a charge move. No, it's going to be a Shadow Ball, and we're going to be able to chunk with Confusion right there, and then the Crustle is going to come in. So yeah, made 2 mistakes. Firstly, didn't go for Ice Beam, and secondly, didn't commit to the farm down to throw a Rock Slide. All right, moving into the next battle. Okay, let's see how this one goes. we have Azumarill on the lead versus Crustle. Really positive matchup. You have to be wary if they decide to stay in, but I think things are looking pretty good. They decide to swap to Wigglytuff, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Wormadam. Again, like I said before, if there's a Lonely Marowak in the back, Wormadam cannot do anything, so at least I can bring it in to somewhat of a very positive matchup, actually, because we resist Charm and we do super effective damage with Iron Head, and we absolutely chunk it right there, which is fine. Now, I'm kind of concerned they're about to bring in a Lonely Marowak and farm me down, but they decide to bring back in the Crustle, which tells me whatever's in the back might also be weak here to Wormadam, or they're hoping to just completely farm down. But at least we can pressure health and shields with the Iron Head right here. So we do get a shield, which is fine. So we're able to maintain switch advantage. We're able to get shield advantage as well. But the Crustle does have a lot of loaded energy. Got to bring back in the Azumarill, right? We're going to be taking super effective damage in the mirror match. So Azumarill can at least soak some of this damage. And we do see a swap now into Tentacruel, which is actually really, really solid because Crustle right here does neutral damage and quite a bit of that with the Smackdown and Rock Slide. Charge move now coming through. I think this is a bit early for Hydro Pump, but I'm going to shield anyways. It's just going to be an Acid Spray, which is fine. But what we need to do is just maintain this positive matchup, overload on energy, go for Rock Slide right here. If they decide to shield, that's fine. We can shield ourselves. We just have to stop a Hydro Pump from hitting us. We do get a shield, which is perfectly fine with me. And then we're going to go ahead and shield this charge move right here, right? We cannot let Azumarill come back into that Tentacruel, so we're going to shield. It is a Hydro Pump, and now I can commit to the farm down right here because they just used all of their energy. They can't get to another Hydro Pump in time, so I'm not worried. And now it's Crustle versus Crustle. We're going to see who has the higher attack stat, and I do, so I win CMP tie. And this Rock Slide will be one-shotting the opponent Crustle, and that is going to be a good battle right there. Very well played. All right, moving into the next battle. Yeah, this team surprised me. I'm kicking myself that I didn't run this team earlier because I gained so much rating with this team, but we have Azumarill versus Beedrill on the lead. Same situation as before, right? We're going to swap into Crustle. We have double counters in the back. We just got to be wary of Alolan Marowak, basically. So we do see a swap into Azumarill, which is expected right here, and then we're going to just go in for Rock Slides just like we did before. It does neutral damage in the matchup. You don't want to throw an X-Scissor in this situation right here because they will likely not shield. Where you want to throw the X-Scissor is potentially towards the end right here if we decide to shield ourselves. Now in this game, I think I decided to shield. We'll have to see. No, I let this one go through as well, which is fine. So then they actually undercharge right there, and I actually couldn't get the X-Scissor off. That could have potentially gotten a shield, but that's okay. We're going to come back in with Azumarill. Same situation as before. We're just going to basically overfarm on energy, look to get a shield on the Beedrill that's going to be coming back into us, and pray that they don't have a Alolan Marowak in the back. So we're just going to commit to the farm down, or not commit to the farm down. We're going to overload on energy, and now go for the Ice Beam. I'm at 100 energy right there. And you know that by the second level of energy fill being 1 away from 2 Ice Beams. So then hopefully Beedrill, I think, is going to be coming back in. We're going to go ahead and go for Ice Beam right here. This will be getting a shield, and then we're going to swap into our Wormadam ahead, again, get ahead on energy, and pray there's no Alolan Marowak, basically. So now we swap, and in comes a Obstagoon, actually. So this is tough. Obstagoon's going to be doing neutral damage with the Night Slash, so we are going to have to shield. In hindsight, I shouldn't have shielded that one, right? Night Slash has a chance to boost attack, which means later ones are going to be doing more damage. So what we're going to do is go for Iron Head right here. He's got to be fearful of the Bug Buzz, and they go ahead and shield, which is great. And now we just got to get to that Bug Buzz. I'm like, come on, Confusion, come on. Another charge move coming through. It's going to be that Night Slash. We're going to go ahead and shield this one as well. Again, should shield a later one just in case they proc a boost. And now I need to get to this Bug Buzz, and I don't get to it in time. One fast move away right there. So really quick swap by my opponent, and that definitely helped them out because the Night Slash just does enough damage. And I farmed right there. I did an extra Confusion on accident. So Bug Buzz now will be one-shotting Obstagoon, right? It's a dark typing, going to take super effective damage. We are going to see the Beedrill come in, and I should be swapping to Azumarill, but I was hoping I could get to the Iron Head in time, but I do not. So now the Beedrill is going to be getting off charge move. Could be Sludge Bomb right here. If it's Drill Run, it's over anyways. I don't have enough time. There's one Drill Run, and I will not get to another Ice Beam. There's a second one. So well played to my opponent right there. Made a slight mistake. Should have shielded later, but that is a good battle. All right. moving into the final battle, I believe. If it's not, you guys can get me in the comments. That's fine. We have a Azumarill versus a Alolan Muck right here. So this matchup isn't as bad as you guys think. You have to watch out for Sludge Wave, and Gunk Shot obviously does super effective damage, but we're going to be doing a lot of neutral damage with Play Rough and Ice Beam. So Charge Move now coming through. I'm going to go ahead and shield the Sludge Wave, and it is a Sludge Wave, which is great. We're able to successfully catch that on a shield. We're going to go Play Rough now. It does neutral damage in the matchup and could potentially get a shield as well. So let's see if we get a shield. We do get a shield. Okay, so we're going to overload on energy, and now I'm going to swap to Crustle, start getting ahead on energy and chunking their health. They decide to swap out as well, and they swap into a Quillfish, which is actually pretty decent for us. Reason being, we have Rock Slide and Smackdown. It just does so much damage. They could try to commit to the Farm Down, but I don't think they'll be able to before I get to another Rock Slide. So they are going to have to throw some energy right here, which they do. I do not want to shield this right here because then they could just farm me down potentially before I get to Rock Slide. So we got to let it go through, which is fine. But now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in that Wormadam and look to farm a lot of energy. They have no shields in the back, and if they have a Alolan Marowak, we can just swap into a Azumarill and look to win that matchup against a Alolan Muck. So they are going to throw an Aqua Tail. That's fine. We're not going to shield. It does chip damage, but not enough for us to shield, and we're going to be able to commit to the Farm Down. Now, Alolan Muck is unshielded, and whatever they have in the back is unshielded as well, so hopefully we can hit them hard with our charge moves right here. We are going to see a Wormadam Trash come into the mirror match, so this is actually very dangerous. I'm actually deciding to go for Bug Buzz right here and thinking through how I can win this game, and I think my win condition is actually to utilize a Azumarill right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them throw their energy, which they decide to do. That's beautiful. I was scared of them actually committing to the Farm Down. We got to let this go through, and now we're going to swap into Azumarill if I can, but I misclicked, which is fine. And then we're going to bring in the Azumarill right here, and we're just going to commit to the Farm Down. We're going to keep overloading on energy. Iron Head hurts, but Sludge Wave is what we have to look out for, and I'm anticipating them swapping at some point, and I'm going to hit them with the charge move when they do. So there comes the Alolan Muck. Charge move now coming through. We're going to go ahead and shield, and this is where I wish I didn't hit Play Rough right away. I could have farmed down. Sludge Wave, we're able to successfully shield right there, and again, in this matchup, if we just shielded right there, I wish I would have done maybe 2 more bubbles, 2 or 3 more bubbles, but we take out the Alolan Muck, and then here comes the Wormadam Trash, and we're going to be able to get to a Play Rough in time, and this is going to be KOing it. Even though it is resisted, it still does enough chip damage to take out the Wormadam, and that is going to be a good battle right there to my opponent. So really fun sets here, really tough matches, a lot of lead losses, a lot of lead wins. Overall, I think this team is very strong. It's super, super, super bulky. It's so thick. And what we're going to do is basically see the end right here of my final set. So we're going to throw down a star piece. I like throwing down star pieces when I do well and get basically like a 4-1-5-0 because you get some more Stardust when you turn in the rewards. We get the George Washington Bulbasaur right there, which is great. If you guys got a shiny, let me know down in the comments. And then we're just going to Golden Raz Ultra Ball because I'm just like, I'm tired of trying to catch starters with the Pokeball. Yeah, so we're just throwing the Ultra Balls there. All right, cool. We caught it. And then we're going to check out where we landed basically at the end of Halloween Cup. So we're going to go ahead and claim the rewards, and we got up to 29-17 right there. So a lot of fun. I think the Halloween Cup was a huge success. I think the meta was great. It was diverse, but it definitely focused in hard on a few Pokemon. I think probably a group of 10, but at the beginning it was definitely wide open. So I hope Niantic does more things like this, where it's a Halloween Cup where there's specific typings and bans, because that is a lot of fun, and the Pokemon that we invest in can do really well. So like Crustle, for example, I told you guys day one, I'm investing in Crustle. It's cheap, it's super strong, and as you guys saw from my videos, it pushed me super high, and it's an amazing Pokemon. Now, it's not good in Open Great League, so there's a give and take with that, but if there ever has an opportunity for Crustle to be good again, I already have one ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, Halloween Cup is ending in a few hours after posting this video, so be on the lookout for that for open leagues. All leagues are coming back. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.